Follow me home. You ever get that feeling, driving home late at night, that someone's behind you? Not close enough to tailgate, just far enough to match your every turn. You tell yourself it's nothing. It's always nothing. Until it isn't. That's where my story starts. My name's Eddie Mallory, 37. Used to work nights at a hardware store in a small Maine town called Brackett's Hollow, the kind of place where gossip travels faster than news, and winters linger like unwanted guests. You know the type. A main street that dies by 8 p.m., a diner that still serves coffee strong enough to strip paint, and woods that creep too close to the road, like they're listening. I wasn't anything remarkable. Divorced, broke, one bad decision away from a full collapse. I rented the top floor of a duplex that smelled of mildew and my landlord's cigarettes. My joy came from routine. Finish the shift, lock up, hit Route 17, and let the radio hum away the silence. But that night, the silence wasn't empty. It started small. Headlights in my rear view, far back, steady, too steady. They didn't weave or fade. They didn't pass. They just followed. When I turned off the highway, so did they. When I slowed for a curve, their lights dimmed, a rhythm, perfect and deliberate. I told myself it was a coincidence. I told myself a lot of things back then. Still, when I reached the fork where the old pines choked the road and the sign for Mallory Lane creaks in the wind, I felt a chill. Not from the cold, but from something older, meaner. Because the light stopped there. Not behind me, not ahead, just gone. And in the mirror's empty glass, I could have sworn I saw movement, like someone stepping off the road and into the dark. At first, I laughed it off. Probably some teen messing around. Happens all the time, right? But the car, old, boxy black, kept following. All the way past the gas station, past my turn. And when I tried to shake it, 3 left turns, 1 quick right, it stayed glued to my bumper. That's when the fear kicked in, the kind that crawls up your spine and whispers, "You're not getting home tonight." I pulled over, killed my headlights, waited. The road went dark, silent. Then, one by one, those same headlights flared up in my rear view, closer now, like eyes widening. That's when I realized whoever was behind me didn't just want to follow. They wanted me to know I was being followed. The next morning, I told the cops. They laughed, said it was probably some drunk taking the scenic route. Told me to get some sleep, Eddie. But sleep, that became a stranger to me. Every night after that, the car came back, always a few car lengths behind, always watching. Sometimes I'd see it parked at the edge of my street when I got home. No driver, just the shape of it sitting there, breathing in the dark. Then came the phone calls, static, heavy breathing. Once I thought I heard my own name whispered through the crackle, drawn out, slow, like the caller was tasting it. And then one morning I found muddy footprints beneath my kitchen window, bare feet, too big to be mine. That night, my answering machine blinked red. One new message. A voice, low and dry, said, "You shouldn't have followed me." Followed him? The words rattled around in my head. I hadn't followed anyone. I was the one being followed. I checked the locks 3 times, pulled the blinds, left the kitchen light on because the dark felt too thick, too alive. But when I finally crawled into bed, the headlights came again, cutting through the curtains like knives, engine idling, waiting. And just when I thought I'd go insane from the hum of it, it stopped. No sound, no lights, just silence. And that was worse because silence, I learned, means it's already inside. One night, I decided to end it. No more calls. No more hiding behind curtains like some cornered animal. If someone wanted to play games, fine, I'd play. But I'd finish it too. I waited until the roads were slick with fog, that thin white kind that crawls low and makes the world feel smaller. Midnight on Route 17. Same stretch of highway, same time. And right on cue, there it was. Those twin headlights blooming in the mirror like eyes opening in the dark. My heart hammered steady. I didn't run this time. I led. Down through the back roads, past the mill ruins, where the asphalt turned to dirt and the trees crowded close enough to whisper. The car followed, humming low, a predator's growl just behind me. The logging road ended in a clearing. No houses, no light, just the sigh of the woods and the pulse of my own blood in my ears. I killed the engine, waited. Then I saw them. Those headlights sliding through the fog, stopping 20 feet behind. I stepped out, flashlight in hand. "Come on," I shouted. My voice came back at me, swallowed by the trees. The door of the black car opened with a long, aching creak. And then I saw him. The beam of my flashlight caught the windshield, caught a face. My face, same jawline, same jacket, same haunted eyes. He smiled, not wide, just enough to show he knew something I didn't. And in that small grin, something inside me buckled. He stepped closer, his boots crunching gravel, his movements precise, like a mirror that had learned to walk on its own. "I told you not to follow me home," he said. The voice was mine too, low, cracked at the edges, heavy with exhaustion. "What are you?" I managed to whisper. He tilted his head. "I'm what you left behind." Then the world shifted. The wind stopped. The trees bent inward. The air grew thick like syrup, and the headlights flared white, blinding. I felt the ground tilt, my knees give out. Somewhere between light and dark, I heard him again, closer now, right beside my ear. "You took my road, Eddie. Now I'm taking yours." Then everything went black. I woke up on the side of the road. Dawn was crawling over the trees, that weak gray light that makes everything look half dead. No car, no twin, just me, cold and shaking, my clothes damp with dew and something else, fear that had settled into my bones and refused to leave. The woods were silent except for the slow drip of thawing frost. My flashlight was gone, my phone too. It felt like the world had been scrubbed clean of proof, like nothing had ever happened out there. But something had. I could feel it, inside me. When I made it back to town, people looked at me strange, like I was a ghost wearing Eddie Mallory's skin. The cops came, asked questions. They searched the logging road, found tire marks that led nowhere. No sign of another vehicle, no footprints but mine. They told me I must have blacked out. Stress, exhaustion, maybe a hallucination brought on by too many graveyard shifts and not enough sleep. I wanted to believe them. God, I wanted to. But mirrors started to turn on me. At first, just small things. The reflection lagging behind when I moved. A blink that came a second too late. But lately, sometimes I swear the reflection smiles first. And at night, through the thin curtains of my bedroom, I see them again. Headlights. Two white eyes hovering at the edge of the street. They never move, never flicker. Just wait. I called the cops twice. They said no one was out there. Checked the street themselves. Nothing but empty pavement and wind. After that, people started keeping their distance. My boss cut my shifts. My friends stopped returning calls. Even my landlord started knocking instead of coming in, like I might bite. They think I've lost it. Maybe I have. But when I drive now, when the road stretches out ahead and the night folds over the world like a heavy blanket, I see it again. That same old black car. Far back, steady, patient. And if I look long enough, really look, I see myself behind the wheel, smiling, like he's just waiting for me to catch up. So if you ever find yourself on an empty road and someone's following you, don't play games. Don't pull over. Don't look too long in the mirror. Because sometimes the thing behind you isn't a stranger. Sometimes it's the part of you that slipped loose. The guilt, the rage, the piece that got tired of pretending to be normal. I used to think I could outrun it. Now I know better. You can't outrun what shares your face. The cops stopped checking on me weeks ago. The neighbors don't wave anymore. Maybe they see what I see. Something off in my eyes, like I'm only mostly Eddie Mallory now. Maybe they hear the engine idling outside my house when I sleep. But here's the strangest part. I'm not afraid anymore. Some nights, when the fog rolls thick and the road glows under the moon, I take the keys and go driving. I can almost feel him, me, out there somewhere, pacing me mile for mile. And sometimes, just for a second, I think I see his headlights in the mirror. Only now, I don't look away, because maybe this was never about being followed. Maybe it was about finding the version of myself that wouldn't disappear, the one the world forgot. So, if you ever hear a voice whisper, "Follow me home for God's sake," don't, or do. But if you do, don't be surprised when you see your own face smiling back from the dark. Sound fades, distant engine hum, the slow whoosh of tires on wet pavement. Headlights fade into black. If this story got under your skin tonight, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and makes these stories easier for others to find. And if you want more eerie tales like this one, make sure you subscribe for daily stories that'll keep you looking over your shoulder. Share this video with someone who drives home late at night, someone who might need a reminder to check their mirrors carefully. Thank you for listening and watching. There's another video waiting for you right there on your screen. Go on, click it. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, drive safe.